Chuck Allen, your ringside commentator with you, and what action we have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. The Sheik, the former United States heavyweight wrestling champion, will be here. Also, you're going to be seeing Austin Idol and many other superstars. In fact, you're going to be seeing Dory Funk Jr. on this telecast. Also with me today, Mark Lewin. Always a pleasure to have Mark Lewin on our telecast.
Thanks very much, Chuck, and it looks like we're going to have some tremendous tag action here.
Let's introduce our first event from Atlanta, Georgia, 355 pounds, Big Red. His tag team partner from Nashville, Tennessee, 225 pounds, Jim Waddel. And their opponents with a combined weight of 485 pounds from Sydney, Australia, Bob Hefner and Al Costello, the fabulous Kangaroos, ladies and gentlemen. Many, many superstars on this telecast that you will be seeing. And I know that this event has to be a great event because, Al, Mark Lewin, anytime you put the caliber of people in the ring that you see right now, you've got to have some action.
Well, I'll be interested to see the tremendous action of Big Red. And there you see Al Costello waving the Australian flag, which he's very proud of. He comes from Sydney, Australia. A tremendous wrestler in his own rights, a man with 1,000 holds, and he tries to put them all on in 30 minutes.
That's right, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, now they're disrobing, and we'll be waiting for the referee, Pat Shane, the official NWA wrestling referee. Give us a signal for the bell, and we'll get action underway. Boy, Big Red's a big man, isn't he? 355 pounds. Who's it going to be first? Oh, we're asking for the bell. So we'll get the bell to sound here. Now we've got to go through some movements by the Australians. Bob Hefner and Al Costello. And the referee looking on in amazement. What in the world are they doing? Do you have any idea of the significance of all of this, Martin?
Well, I think it rattles their opponents to think that they'd be able to warm up in front of them, and it sort of gives them a feeling of confidence to go ahead and warm up in front of their opponents. Al Costello, quite a good mover, and his partner has tremendously big, strong legs, but there's Big Red. He's doing his wiggle.
Oh, yes. Jim Waddel and Big Red had to get involved in the action as well. Now, who it's going to be? It's going to be Jim Waddel, probably against Bob Hefner, starting action underway here on Professional Big Time Wrestling.
Now, he made motion that Big Red should stay in his corner, circling his opponent. Still commenting at the tremendous size of Big Red.
One of the interesting things about the fabulous Kangaroos is they work so great in tag team competition. They're tagging in and out very quickly, keeping each one well rested. There's a beautiful side headlock takedown by Bob Hefner on Jim Waddel, right into a leg scissors.
It's quite a good quick counter of head scissors on Hefner. He's moving around, trying to position himself for an escape. He's just trying to get his leverage, try to pull out of that.
That's the way to get the cauliflower ears as well. And oh my goodness, did he do the corkscrew and got out of that one very quickly.
Very good
to
escape.
His feet now. And right back into a half Nelson by Bob Hefner, one of the fabulous Kangaroos. Tag is made. Here comes Al Costello. He turns him around, a punch into the midsection on Jim Waddel. That one went right to the jaw. Al Costello pounding away. Bob Shane over there telling Big Red to stay back into the corner. Bob Shane, one of the better referees on Professional Big Time Wrestling, making sure law and order is kept. Pat Shane, rather. Sorry. Bob Hefner now, along with Jim Waddel. Punch into the forehead by Jim Waddel. Hefner puts him up into the turnbuckles.
There's a tremendous elbow smash by the Kangaroo. Another side headlock, ripping away at his ears, pulling him out into center ring to position him. Now, it looked like a karate chop to the throat. The referee warns him. Another side headlock, pulling his head up in there solidly. Al Costello moving in, setting his man up. Referee putting the count. Al Costello stepping in, putting on a surfboard a hold.
Well, the fans see the action at home, what's going on. You know, Mark Lewin, we're very excited about this telecast today. They're going to be seeing Abdullah the Butcher. Haven't seen him in quite some time here on Professional Big Time Wrestling. Also, the wild man from Syria, the Sheik, will be here. Now, fans, I'd like to remind all of those of you along the network that if you'd like to bring Professional Big Time Wrestling to your town or city, contact Pat O'Connor at area 517-655-2218. Any club, civic group, organization that would like to sponsor Professional Big Time Wrestling in your town, make sure you contact Pat O'Connor. Also in Canada, phone 514-799-3210. That's in Canada, 514-799-3210. In the United States, area 517-655-2218. Bring professional wrestling to your town. I'm sure that you're going to be glad that you did. See all of these superstars in person.
Live action is really tremendous, you know. The different feeling when you get into a crowd and are actually part of the wrestling matches. So just anybody that is within earshot of my voice, they should certainly come to the live wrestling matches and get in on some live action. It's really thrilling.
It is thrilling to see it in person. Well, Big Red hasn't been involved in any competition so far in this event, Mark Lewin. They're kind of holding him out. Look out, that's a side punch by Al Costello on Jim Waddel, who's certainly been taking a beating at the hands of these fabulous kangaroos.
He's really ripping away. Al Costello's ripping away at his face. I think it'd be, if I was in there, I'd certainly be trying to tag Big Red. Let him put on the power right now and try to recover.
Well, he certainly tried to get over there numerous times, but the kangaroos are holding back that hand to make sure that a tag is not made. Pat Shane now telling Al Costello to get out of the ring. You've tagged. Your time is over.
Looks like he's just about made the tag. Nope, we didn't quite tag him. Big Red wants to get in on this action, and here he comes.
Here he comes right now.
350 pounds, and he's moving. He's moving. But the referee didn't see the tag and has directed him out of the ring. Now he's made it over to the corner, and he's made another tag, and
now
here comes Big Red. Woo!
Oh, he put some chops on the fabulous kangaroos. Cleaning the ring with this one. There goes Al Costello, punching in the midsection. Headbutt by Big Red on Bob Effner. Oh, that was quite a chop right to the bridge of the nose by Big Red on Bob Hefner.
Pulling on the leg, trying to drag him out of the corner. Now Big Red plants a solid elbow into the knee of Bob Hefner, which has him limping around the ring. Quite a colorful wrestler, Big Red. 350 pounds, and he can move.
Yes, he certainly can, and that's a tenuous position for Al Costello to be in up there. I don't think Big Red saw him. What a beautiful way to bring him back into the ring. Al Costello almost left himself wide open up there on those ropes. Bob Effner tries to go for the body pickup. Impossible. Too much weight there.
And Big Red motions that he's crazy for trying. Now he puts a little step out there. Shows him where it's at. He's tipping on, that's for sure.
Side headlock now by Bob Hefner on Big Red.
Oh,
nice arm drag takedown. Whoa, beautiful. Al Costello thought about coming in, then decided against it. Now that's got to hurt, putting that arm drop on, particularly with the size of Big Red. His arm has been hurt. Half Nelson there by Big Red. Hammerlock.
Reaches for the tag. Motions for Al Costello to come in. But Big Red, did you see him duck that punch? He's quick. I'm telling you. Al Costello moving around, trying to position himself to take the big man down. He's trying to get in a position to take him down. If you take a big man down long enough and make him get up enough, he figures he can tire him. Now he's got him down. Both men working on Big Red. Referee calling for a break. Now has to push the other wrestler out of the ring. Al Costello choking Big Red. Vicious attack.
Yes, particularly when Pat Shane has to go over and say a few words to Jim Waddell. Then the teaming is made, and Big Red is having to compete with both of the kangaroos, Bob Hefner and Al Costello. Now Pat Shane is telling somebody's got to get out of the ring. What a bill to the chest by Bob Hefner. Pat Shane warning Hefner about that. And now it's one-on-one. Al Costello against Big Red. Whoa, that was a heel to the chin. Tag is made. Here comes Jim Waddel. Tag is made again. Bob Hefner comes in now against Waddel. Costello hangs on. Knee into the midsection.
Oh, he set him up for the boomerang.
There's the boomerang.
Good shot. Back
and
drop.
over.
Whoa. Beautiful arm smash.
This could be it. 1, 2, 3, and it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. All over. Bob Hefner with the boomerang and then an elbow smash on Jim Waddel, and it's all over. Now Big Red has a few words to say to Al Costello. They're talking about it. Right back into the referee hold, and a heel to the head by Look out.
Look at the big man
And you can
explode.
see what the big man is doing against the fabulous Kangaroos, and now he throws Hefner right out of the ring. And it's all over. The bell has sounded. Referee would like to get the action stopped. I'll tell you, Big Red can be a formidable force in the professional big-time wrestling. Can he, Mark Lewin?
Well, I was really impressed by Big Red, and I think that he's got everything that it takes to be a professional wrestler. You know, he's got the size, he's got the speed, and he certainly held up very well against both of them there in the end, and I was proud to see him do his job.
That's right. Now he's having a few conversations with Jim Waddel, who was defeated with a boomerang, and then the elbow smash into the chest and neck area by Bob Hefner. Oh, he's a big man. 350 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia. Big Red here on Professional Big Time Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Well, don't forget, we have a tremendous telecast. That was just a little bit of it back after this. Oh, did he, Mark Lewin? He just action right away.
The bell, and he's got a vicious attack going. Karate chop to the throat. The strangle hold. Using the ropes for leverage. The referee, Pat O'Connor, trying to break. He's asking for a break. 3 count. Abdullah the Butcher moves swiftly for a big man. Very, very swiftly.
Very powerful
Solid
man.
headbutt.
I haven't seen anyone so powerful.
He just dropped an axe on him. 1, 3, and he was easy prey. Easy prey for the Butcher. And the Butcher doesn't want to show any mercy. Holding on him. Holding on him.
Mark Lewin is getting up now from our table and wants to go in and break this up against the Butcher, because the Butcher would have probably have stayed there all day. He jumped the bell, didn't even wait for the bell to sound, took care of John Irish in a hurry. Now he comes back and tries the attack, and Mark Lewin gets John Irish out of the way. Butcher made some motion. I don't know whether that was to have Mark Lewin come into the ring or not. Pat Shane, the referee, telling the Butcher it's all over. Get out of the ring. There he is. That's a good picture of Abdullah the Butcher from the Sudan. Our thanks to Mark Lewin for going in there and breaking things up. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, action underway here on Professional Big Time Wrestling. Coming in right now from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 305 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Billie Byrd. He will be wrestling the wild one from Syria. Mark Lewin, while we're waiting on the Sheik's arrival, I'll tell you, there's been a big change, hasn't there?
Well, you can hear the people as the Sheik enters the ring. It's an amazing thing to hear the sound of applause and cheers for the Sheik. You know, so many times I've seen the Sheik and wrestled the Sheik when he's had a different reputation and a different lifestyle. I don't think that his wrestling has changed much. Just his personality. It's an overwhelming change, and the people have received him quite well. And he's fighting people around the country that certainly need to be.
We'll do a official introduction of this wild man from Syria, weighing 242 pounds, the Sheik, the former United States heavyweight wrestling champion, doing his prayers to Allah that he always does. I noticed, Mark, that apparently the ring keeper put the rug in the wrong corner, and he changed that very quickly. We get the bell sounding, action underway.
Sheik circling his man, going behind, picking him off his feet. Quick move, picking him up quickly. Sheik now dashing into the ropes. Still using the same style, but the people, they just love it now. He's a changed person in their eyes.
He's just as rough as ever, just as vicious as ever in that ring. But there's just something about him, Mark, and I really can't put my finger on it, since he still uses the same viciousness, like throwing his opponent out of the ring.
And the Sheik waiting for Billie Byrd to come back into the ring.
The referee, Pat Shane, trying to get Sheik back into a neutral corner. You're supposed to move back to a neutral corner when somebody is out on the apron or out of the ring. Now the Sheik drills his head on that corner turn post.
He's really driving his face into that turnbuckle. Now he's dragging him back into the ring.
He's a pretty big man to bring into the ring, too.
He brought him in.
Sheik does it the hard way, right over the top of the rope.
Beating him down, Going for the camel clutch.
Sets him up for the camel clutch. Look out, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. You get a close-up on that, you can see with the force. Actually, it reminds me of, well, it's just like what an animal would get on his prey's back. He's breaking his back. They're pulling his neck up. He's got him in a real stretchy position. He's given up, and the Sheik is victorious once again.
Submission hold, the camel clutch. We've seen him use it so many times and defeat so many opponents with that famous hold of his, the camel clutch. And you really saw that one coming as Billie Byrd was absolutely out on his feet, went to the canvas, Sheik rolled him over, went right into the camel clutch. But he's not going to let go for a couple of seconds. He hangs on. The referee, Pat Shane, trying to tell him not to let go. There he does. He gets his hands raised in victory. Listen to the applause. The crowd loves it. Oh, so many boos. Throughout the world, we've heard of the Sheik. Now some of them have turned into cheers. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more action here on Professional Big Time Wrestling after this message. Don't go away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get more action. Here's a man that we've been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 242 pounds, the Universal Delight, ladies and gentlemen, Austin Idol. His opponent from Charleston, West Virginia, weighs 220 pounds, Steve Cooper. Interesting comments made to you, Mark Lewin, as Austin Idol passed by our table.
Well, I'll say one thing. You can see his muscles bulging out from underneath his robe. He's well, look at that isolation he's done. What a physique, huh?
Well, a lot of cheers from the audience as they look at him disrobing. And it's a beautiful velvet robe. If you've got black and white TV, it's a beautiful deep green with gold sequins on the sleeves and down the front. Beautiful dress.
This guy's real far out, you know. All he talks about is hiring people to be his slave. I don't know what the heck he's talking about.
There's a man from Charleston, West Virginia, Steve Cooper in there. Oh, beautiful slap to the chest by Austin Idol. Knee left, right to the chin, puts Cooper down to the canvas.
He's using the laces across his eyes, picks him up for a body slam, crashes him to the mat.
He's making very quick work right now. Steve Cooper covers his man. Look out. Are we going to get a count? No, he lifts him up. He had his man beat right there, Mark Lewin, but he lifts him up quickly.
Good solid blow to the side of the face. Using the boots.
Puts that big boot right into the kidney. I hear your name mentioned up there.
Yeah, visions are pounding my head.
Look out!
Well, he just tore a part of this studio.
Well, we'll get our microphone picked back up here, and Steve Cooper lands on it. That's about as close as he got to Mark Lewin so far today, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Idol from Las Vegas, Nevada. Pat Shane asking him to get back to a neutral corner and let Cooper in properly. Right back into a headlock with a punch right to the jaw and under the chin. Painful blow. Kick to the midsection by Austin Idol. The Universal Delight. Cooper coming up there with a weak elbow smash to the chest. Brutal body slams by Austin Idol. Certainly developed that body well. Arm drag into the ropes. Spring bounds off. Ooh.
Boy, he really clotheslined him. Now he's driving it. This is the hold that I was telling you about before the program. It's called the rack. He pushes down deep on the temple of a man, and the ring is out quickly. That's all over. That's all over.
It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. A submission hold right into the temple. Called the rack. Austin Idol the winner very quickly here on Professional Big Time Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy, really
that's got to be a painful maneuver.
Oh, brother, he drove that. He gave up just as quickly as he tore into his temple there. That's some hold.
That's right. Here on Professional Big Time Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Allen and Mark Lewin with you at ringside. And Austin Idol making a few words right now to Mark Lewin. We'll be back after this. For you here on Professional Big Time Wrestling, introducing first from Amarillo, Texas, weighing 250 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, the former world's heavyweight wrestling champion, Dory Funk Jr. Also on the back of his beautiful jacket, West Texas State, a graduate from there. His tag team partner from Montreal, weighing 227 pounds, Pierre, LaFive. Their opponents, first of all, from Munich, Germany, weighing 260 pounds, Kurt Von Hess. His tag team partner from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing 241 pounds, Bulldog, Don Kent, along with his manager, Pretty Boy Floyd Creechman. Well, that's a lot of manpower in that ring, Mark Lewin.
Well, you know, it's good to see Dory Funk here on television. I've always admired the Funks, Terry and Dory. I knew the father, Dory Sr., and I know how proud he was to have two sons to become world heavyweight champions. That's never been in the history of wrestling before. But they live, sleep, and breathe wrestling. They come from a wrestling family the same as I do. My brothers are wrestlers, and they're just groomed for it. You're groomed for President of the United States. Just a simple hip toss by Dory Funk gets the people very excited against Bulldog Don Kent, who no one has any love for. And his partner, Hess, well, he's got the face that only a mother could love, believe me.
Well, it's a beautiful drag into the ring and a beautiful arm drag takedown by Dory Funk.
Did you notice how Dory Funk recovered from the tackle and quickly turned it into an arm drag?
Absolutely. He's a beauty in motion when he's in that ring wrestling. Now, both contestants, interestingly enough, got a lot of wrestling experience wrestling in the NCAA in college. Pierre LaFive, one of them, of course, from West Texas State, Dory Funk Jr. And they are beauty in motion when it comes to wrestling in that ring. Beautiful body slam by Pierre LaFive. Nice arm drag takedown. I'm Don Kent, the Bulldog. Whoa, this is something a little bit different for Kent. He hasn't been in command yet since the opening bell. Now Kurt Von Hess's turn. Pierre LaFive, arm drag takedown again on Hess.
Another high arm drag by LaFive. Dory Funk asking for the tag and gets it. Now Dory comes in, sets himself on that arm. Hess arm drags him very smoothly. Funk gets up, backs towards the ropes, pushes his opponent back in, watching Hess very, very carefully, which I don't blame him.
Yes, Hess does not look like he's changed too much since the last time we had him here on Professional Big Time Wrestling. Super athlete then, apparently super athlete now. Wins a lot of his matches across this country and around the world.
Tremendous positioning on Dory Funk Jr. And Hess drives him again to try to get him up against the ropes. He's doing a solid blow. Another elbow smash on the Dory. Dory turning his man around. He wouldn't take very much of that. And a high elbow. A good high elbow up. And another lifting elbow. Drops him back. And now he tags the Bulldog.
Now, we saw a couple of elbow smashes, a high elbow knee lift, etc., etc. Mark Lewin, what does that feel like when you're in that ring wrestling, somebody lays something like that on you?
Well, when Dory Funk Jr. was world champion, I had the occasion to wrestle him in Miami, Florida. And I felt his elbow smashes. They're pretty rugged, I'll tell you. He's got tremendous balance. And he drops a good elbow across the Bulldog's throat, covers him up for a count of 1 and 2, almost a 3 count. Bulldog better be careful.
Dory Funk could get a 1, 2, 3 very quickly, I'm sure. Doesn't make any difference who he's against. He does it so smoothly and beautiful. Tag is made, and now Pierre LaFive comes in. We've got quite a tag team action here for you. All 4 contestants. Very admirable in that ring, and victory could come at any time. On any team, from any contestant. We carry it a little further. We've got some great talent in there.
You know, when you pit 4 men this size in a wrestling ring, you realize the weight you have in there, especially when 4 men get in action. But honestly, single combat is where the real test, man against man. Supposing you had Bulldog Don Ken against Dory Funk Jr., you would have no rest periods. You'd have them facing one another. No timeouts. Just man against man. And the Bulldog's face is red. It's red as a beet, and the sweat's starting to pour down his face as he's working over LaFive. Hess driving in a punch. Dory Funk Jr. waiting to get into the action. Holding LaFive down. Now, pulls his hair. Dory won't stand for much of that. The Creechman trying to get in there to distract the referee. Another solid elbow.
Creechman standing on that apron had a couple of words to say to the Bulldog Don Kent a moment ago. Tag is made now. Kent will come in against Pierre LaFive. Now Creechman has a few words to say to Pat Shane, the referee. Pat Shane won't take any talk either. He'll tell him to get out of there very quickly. Good referee, Pat Shane. Tries to keep the rules correct in there.
There's the hair again.
Pat Shane saw it. He asked for a break quickly.
Flying mare.
Well, that's a heavy knee right across the throat of Pierre LaFive. Kent puts that knee up right into the chest of Pierre LaFive, driven in there by Von Hess. Double teaming. Now Von Hess comes out. Count is given for Dory Funk. Get back in there in that corner.
Dory wants in on that action. That's for sure.
Look at Creechman down there laughing. Pretty boy Floyd. That's another good mark of tag team wrestling by tagging in and out very quickly. Gives their partners time to rest and get a quick breather.
Oh, look out for this one. Oh, tremendous headbutt into the midsection. Now he tags the Bulldog, who's showing no mercy either. Running in, driving into LaFive. LaFive better try to get to his tag team partner. Dory Funk waiting for the tag. He just about got it, just about making the tag. From this angle here, it only looks like a short distance. Short distance. Here comes Creechman. Dory made the tag. He made the tag. He's coming. Oh, the referee did not catch the tag. Shoving Dory Funk out. Now both men working on LaFive.
Pat Shane did not see the tag. He's not letting Dory Funk come in. That's always interesting to me because then the other team has a chance to double up. Once again, Von Hess pulled that arm back away from Dory Funk. I didn't see a tag that time either, Mark.
No
Dory
tag
just
that
came
time. The Bulldog came in now, shoving LaFive to the concrete. Dory Funk going down to assist him back into the ring.
Dory Funk Jr., a very popular athlete throughout this world. Crowd, when they first saw him walk through the studio, went wild.
And there's Creechman holding on to his tights. He better be careful. If LaFive or Dory Funk turn around and nail him, it'll be curtains for him. Now Funk moving in again. Referee knocking him out. Creechman holding on to him. The German is pulling his hair. Hess is chopping down on him. Chopping down on him. Referee looking.
Now, Mark, I know you don't like what you're seeing, and I see there on occasion you want to get up and do something about it.
Boy, it got me dancing right in my seat here, I'll tell you.
That's right.
You can imagine how Dory feels. You don't want to let his partner down. The main thing is to be able to rely on your tag team partner. Now he throws him into the turnbuckle. Hess working him over. I hate this Hess guts. Oh, he reversed it, and he's made the tag with Funk. He's made the tag, and here comes Dory Funk Jr.
Pat Shane saw it this time. It's
High
legal.
throw. A good elbow smash into the Bulldog.
He throws him
After
into
the
the ring.
Bulldog. A big high slam. He slams the Bulldog.
We got Von Hess and Pierre LaFive on the far side of the ring wrestling on the floor.
Outside the ring, there's action too, but Dory Funk Jr. throws down, cut out. Now he's got a hold of Hess, and he's going for the suplex. A high suplex, and there it is. He suplexed him, and he's covered him. No, he hasn't covered him. He's jumping on his face. What a beautiful move, and he's giving it to him good. Come on, Dory. Beautiful elbow smash. Come on, Dory.
That looks like it could be
for
able to
Dory.
break. Oh,
Here
my
comes
goodness.
down. Down kept the Bulldog. Now he throws the Bulldog in. A high backdrop. Sends him hurtling through the ropes. And Dory Funk has proven that he's a champion in all respects. Flying mare. Hits the ropes. A big elbow. Oh, he misses the elbow. Hess up on his feet. Moving in on Funk. Funk in a little bit of trouble. Drives his head into his knee. The Bulldog coming in.
Well, I thought it was about time, and I thought that Dory Funk Jr. would get the count 1, 2, 3 very quickly. Oh, the change of events here on professional big-time wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't take long.
This is real hard competition.
Well, look at the caliber of men you have in that ring, Mark, like we talked about before. You have 4 superstars here doing battle.
Funk in a little bit of trouble, he's staggered.
Oh, trying to pick
Small
it up.
package. It's a beautiful cradle.
Oh, he's got it!
Beautiful move. Creechman has got the referee. And Don Kent's, he's got a chain out of his sights. He's got a chain. He's busting into Dory's head. The referee's got to put a stop to that.
Yes, he
The
does.
fight's coming. The referee's got to put a stop to that. Dory Funk is bleeding.
Dory
He's
Funk is
bleeding.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
We got to put a stop to this.
wrapped around the fist.
They've cut him wide open.
A Bulldog down kick.
Come on.
Pierre LaFive now trying to get Kent. Now the referee's
They're
trying
still
to
working
break it
on
up.
Dory Funk Jr. Somebody has to put a stop to this. Somebody has to put a stop to this. And there's Dory Funk. There's Dory's brother.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Lewin is going to get into the fray as well. Terry Funk runs into that ring. Trying to help out his brother, Dory Funk. Dory falls to the canvas. Mark Lewin in there now with Terry and Dory. Dory hurt brutally by Bulldog Don Kent. Had the chain wrapped around his knuckles. What a vicious animal he is. Well, that's where the Bulldog name comes in for Bulldog Don Kent. Mark Lewin is asking for some bandages or something from somebody here in the audience. Dory Funk is still dazed, tries to get to his feet, immediately falls back to the canvas. A t-shirt now has been provided by one of the fans. It'll go around the head of Dory Funk until we can get him out of here and get some first aid to him. Mark Lewin in there with Terry Funk and Dory Funk. And Dory says, well, maybe I can make it out. Terry trying to help him at the hands of the brutal Bulldog Don Kent here on Professional Big Time Wrestling. Well, we haven't seen an injury this bad in quite some time, ladies and gentlemen, on Professional Big Time Wrestling. And we apologize along our network. We try not to have this type of an injury, but sometimes it can't be helped, I guess. Look out, here comes Bulldog Don Kent back in. Oh, he's going in against 3 big men now. When you want to mess with Mark Lewin and Terry Funk and Dory Funk, look out. Dory tells Terry to get out of the way now. Here comes Austin Idol. Oh, what's happening here on professional big-time wrestling? The chair is thrown in by Mark Lewin. Pat Shane trying to keep order and telling everybody to get out that does not belong there. Dory Funk wants Bulldog Kent into the ring right now. Austin Idol from Las Vegas, Nevada, standing at ringside. He came back in with Bulldog Don Kent. Terry Funk wants Kent to get back into the ring against Dory. Great wrestling families, Mark Lewin told you earlier. Dory Funk Sr., a great, great man. It was always exciting to watch him wrestle. Just a very short time remaining in this segment of professional big-time wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, Dory Funk back on his knees, waiting for Bulldog Kent to come in. But our time has expired from this segment. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, after this. Don't go away. Was quite action here on professional big-time wrestling, and we're waiting for our next contestants to come into the ring, but Mark Lewin is back with us now and has got his breath.
Yeah, well, Dory Funk is busted wide open by Don Kent's vicious attack. He busted him open with his chain, and I know that the Funks don't let anything go unanswered, that's for sure. They're men. Where they come from, they build men. And I'm sure he won't let this go unanswered.
Let's introduce our next contestants here on professional big-time wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing from Paris, France, weighing 285 pounds, Garth Vader. And his opponent from Buzzard Creek, Oregon, weighing 280 pounds, the man that originated the Heart Punch, Stan the Man Stasiak. To the chair of this crowd here on professional big-time wrestling, watching it live. And we're waiting for Pat Shane to give us the signal for the bell, and we get it. That Heart Punch, Mark Lewin, is a brutal, brutal blow.
Yes, you see the taped hand is symbolic of the Heart Punch.
Well, I believe Stan the Man Stasiak just lost his head last time, and he was heart punching everybody, including me, so I know exactly what the Heart Punch feels like.
Stan the Man Stasiak, known all over the world for the Heart Punch. You know, one time I saw him hit so hard. He was in a taxi cab, and he hit the shield of the windshield and popped it right out.
Wow.
He was arrested for it. He's been in a lot of trouble all of his life, but he's a tremendous contender, you know. He's got a violent temper, and he's got the killer instinct, which makes a man like Stasiak have the drive to become like the United States heavyweight champion. That's for sure. He could easily become, and he's got a record that's unbeatable.
Well, he's had a front face lock so far on Garth Vader. Garth Vader is certainly nobody to deal with. He's quite an opponent and quite a contestant, certainly in contention for the United States Heavyweight Championship as well.
That's true.
Stan the Man Stasiak. The Heart Punch, you never know when it's going to come, but when it does, it's all over.
It's a double wrist lock he has firm on his opponent. Stan the Man in the corner.
This has been quite some telecast, ladies and gentlemen, on professional big-time wrestling. I'm not sure of the time remaining, but I don't believe it's been quite some time since we've had the caliber of the champions that have paraded through this past hour. Wouldn't you agree with that, Mark Lewin?
Well, you had two world champions right on the show, Dory Funk and Terry Funk. They're both world heavyweight champions. You can't get any finer caliber than that. They're known
right.
throughout the world as world champions. They both were.
Then again, the former champion, wild man from Syria, the Sheik, on this telecast. Wow, this will be an hour of wrestling you'll be talking about for quite some time. I'm sure of that.
Stasiak softening up his opponent. That was a heavy blow, wasn't it?
Yes.
You could hear that all over the building.
He has a powerful arm, 280 pounds from Buzzard Creek, Oregon. Front face lock, that's always a hurtful hold. Throws him through the ropes right onto the concrete cement here in our studio. Stan looks like he has a little smile on his face. I'm not sure if he does or not. Now we're going to get a count. The referee will probably want to put Stan back to a neutral corner before he allows The count to continue. Garth Vader now making his move back into the ring. Heavy blow to the forehead.
He's very, very calculated today, Stasiak. He's not wasting any moves. Stalks his man. Heavy blow. Drives him to the mat. You can see the look on Stasiak's face. It's one of a guy of determination, you know. He's made boasts that he can drop anybody. He could drop Andre the Giant, he says, with the hard punch. He can drop Haystack Calhoun. He says he can drop anyone with the hard punch. And he's got fantastic recuperative powers, too.
Yes, he does. Arm lock now on Garth Vader. Yes, that's interesting, Mark, your comments about Stan Stasiak saying he can drop anybody. He says there isn't a man alive that can withstand his heart punch. That's quite a statement. Now they're just sizing one another up. Pat Shane, the referee, just looking on. Stasiak said something to the referee, and I'm not quite sure what it was. Crowd is very quiet. I think they're almost waiting for the hard punch.
Yes. It's very pensive mood here right now. Of course, you just had that heavy situation with Dory Funk Jr. and Bulldog Don Ken. It's got everybody on edge. And you can tell that Stasiak has the thirst for blood also on his face.
Now Garth Vader has Stan the Man Stasiak up against the ropes, pounding at the head. What was that? Garth Vader put a claw or something into the back of Stan the Man Stasiak. Stasiak not quite sure what it was all about either. Fists are doubled up now, making a boxing match out of this.
Driving heavy blows into him. Now, well, that was just below the base of the skull.
That was
softening him up.
Quite a punch to the jaw, too, that really put him to the canvas, I believe. And, of course, that heavily taped hand. Once again, Garth Vader out on the concrete. Took quite a tumble that time. Once again, Pat Shane giving the count on Garth Vader.
Here comes Stasiak out on the floor. I don't like this. Another heavy
look
blow.
Out, here he comes. Right toward, look out, here comes the Sheik.
Wow, look at this here.
Throws again. That's Stan the Man Stasiak. Now the Sheik comes over to the table to have a few comments. He doesn't like one. Look out.
No, wait. There's a hard blow.
The hard punch applied by Stan the Man Stasiak, and he covers his man. 1, 2, 3.
But here comes the
ladies
Sheik.
and gentlemen. The Sheik
There's
will come
hatred
into the
between
ring
these
now.
two.
Throws that can in against Stan the Man Stasiak. A big battle has been feuding between these two, Stan the Man Stasiak and the Sheik.
Wow, looks like we might have some more action here.
The Sheik once again goes after him with that can.
And the Sheik is standing in there waiting for Stasiak to get into the ring.
Now the Sheik comes out on the apron, wants to clear the ring. I believe he'd like to go into competition right now against Stan the Man Stasiak, Mark Lewis.
He's a wild man. The Sheik is a wild man. You never can tell. He's liable to even get there's liable to be a burning right here this afternoon.
I like your comments about the burning. One time you said that a few weeks ago on television. I walked into the arena and everybody said, we're going to be burned. We're going to be burned. Stan the Man Stasiak now looking very cautiously. I hear some noise, but I can't see the former champion. Oh, here he comes. The Sheik coming back with a chair. Stan the Man walking around the outside
people are
of this
screaming
ring.
for the Sheik to get into action with Stasiak.
They want him in there. Right here on professional big-time wrestling television. They want the Sheik against Stan the Man Stasiak. Look out. Throws the chair our way.
Like,
I don't know why that was.
It looks like Stasiak's opponent, well, he's in trouble. He's hurt. He's
Garth
in trouble.
Vader's being helped out of the ring by the security police.
What are you shooting your mouth about? See what happened out there? You got any ideas?
Look at.
You got any ideas?
Concerned the Sheik.
You want to make some more bets?
might just burn your ugly face for you, man.
Yeah. When I'm through with him, You're next. You're next. You're the next man out of wrestling. One of my victims. You are conspiring against me. Look.
Here comes the Sheik once again, ladies and gentlemen, this time on a table. Hits it over the top of the head of Stasiak. Oh, much to the delight of the crowd here in our television studio. Now Stasiak in the ring. Here comes the Sheik in the ring. Fists are doubled up. Oh, my goodness, we might have a brand new match here on professional big-time wrestling. Now Stasiak crawls through the ropes, back out on the floor once again. And the Sheik is saying, come on, let's fight. He wants Stasiak back into that ring. We've had everything on professional wrestling today.
There's no love lost between these two.
Doesn't really sound like there's any love lost between Mark Lewin and Stan the Man Stasiak either.
It looks like the Sheik wants to eat him alive. And Stasiak is on the run. But the Sheik is quick. He's around the ring, too.
Now the Sheik picks up another chair.
He picks up a
We've got a
chair.
couple of chairs, a table, a can. Stan the Man Stasiak doesn't really have anywhere to hide. Now the crowd chanting, go Sheik, go. It looks like a tornado has come through this studio. Stan the Man Stasiak walking around, the Sheik getting into the ring. He wants Stan in there.
The Sheik is definitely challenging him.
Yes, he is.
Why don't you get in there?
He's not challenging.
Why don't you get in there?
He's not challenging. He's just a savage, but I'll keep him. I'll keep him so I get him in front of a lot of people. And wave him goodbye. And then it's your turn because I feel you put him up to this.
I think that Stasiak better worry about the Sheik right now, because the Sheik is just about to tap again.
Oh, now Mark Lewin has Stan the Man Stasiak set up by the Sheik. The Sheik pounds him on the top of the head. Stasiak goes down. Now Sheik brings the can back over. And the can is tossed in the body of Stan the Man Stasiak. The Sheik is going wild, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he puts a hard punch. The Sheik puts a hard punch right onto the heart of Stan the Man Stasiak. The Sheik gave Stan the Man Stasiak the hard punch. And now he's rolling into the ring. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what the Sheik wants to do. Stan the Man Stasiak put the big fist right into this can, ladies and gentlemen. The hard punch applied by the Sheik on Stan the Man Stasiak. And he puts the fist right on that big can, tossing it across this arena, ladies and gentlemen. Stan the Man Stasiak
Calm yourself.
had the heart punch applied to him. Oh, that was painful. Quite a surprise, and certainly was a surprise to Stan the Man Stasiak to have his arm raised and the heart punch going right on its mark, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe now that action has just about quieted down here on professional big-time wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure. I'm sure, Stan the Man Stasiak, that was quite a surprise to you to have a heart punch applied.
Yes, it really surprised me because there's a lot of them that have tried it and have tried to claim it. But you notice I have got up. I got up, but when I hit them, they don't get up. I have to say that I have something to contend with right now. The man can throw a hard punch, but I proved one thing, I can survive it. I can survive his fire. I can survive any foreign object, I proved that. I can survive any of his punishment, and I can also survive his heart punch.
How about the fire? The crowd is even asking about the fire.
The fire has been promised me, but he doesn't have a chance to blink his eye. So he doesn't have time, he doesn't have a chance because I'm on him like a fly. I'm on him all the time. He doesn't have time to move. I'm behind him, I'm underneath him. I'm pulverizing him with lefts and with rights. And he doesn't have the time to even see because when blood flows through his eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen the
can't see.
problem that
He
you've had
can't
with Stan
light
the Man
up nothing.
Stasiak, the Sheik, Mark
I'll tell
Lewin,
you
the
one
other stars.
thing.
Thank you so much
You've
for
seen the
being
end
with
of the
us, ladies
Sheik.
and gentlemen. Chuck Allen,
I
see you next
promise
week.
you that.